me. Can y'all hear me? Let me know if y'all can hear me or not. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Please let me know if you can hear me. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Please let me know if y'all can hear me. Hey Terry. How everybody doing? Before we get started, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Yes. Hit that like button. Hit that like button for me. And subscribe to the channel. Share the video. Don't cost you nothing. What's going on, everybody? What's going on? How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling? How's everybody feeling? I hope everybody's doing great. As for myself, I'm alive, which means I'm doing great because I'm breathing. I'm alive. Listen, it's been heavy, y'all. It's been heavy. My life been a little heavy here lately. Excuse me. I don't know. I think I did tell y'all that my daughter father passed away. So, you know, yeah, things haven't been, just been your spirit. You know how things happen in your life, and sometimes it put a damper on your spirit. So my spirit hasn't been the way it normally be. But I am pushing forward. I have to push forward. We can't just give up. We can't just lay down and give up. We got to keep pushing. But I wanted to talk tonight about truth, right? Because some of us have a problem dealing with truth. We really do. We have a problem with dealing with truth. Some of us we get upset when people tell us the truth or tell us what we need to hear. See, truth make you grow, okay? It's not something that it's not something that people just get how can I put it? It's not something that people just give you, okay? But it also does something for you when people tell you the truth. Now then you got some people that don't tell you the truth. They tell you what you want to hear and make you look stupid. You understand what I'm saying? By them telling you what you want to hear, that means 9 times out of 10 what they telling you is a lie, right? It's not true. It's a lie. But they telling you that because they sitting back tripping out off of you because they done told you that, right? Like, say, I'm use this for an example. Say, for instance, somebody tell me I'm a bad person, right? And I know that's a lie, but say, for instance, I'm gonna believe it because somebody told it to me. Somebody that I think, is supposed to be cool peeps with me, but they tell me I'm a bad person. And I get all up in my head, right? Thinking I'm a bad person because this is what this person told me. Well, this person that just sat there and told me a lie, right? But say, for instance, I believed it. And it had me tripping in my head because I believe what they telling me, that I am a bad person. When at the end of the day, I know I'm not. But I allowed somebody to get up in my head and tell me otherwise. I'm just using that for an example. So what if I put that up in my head and I start tripping off of it? You know what I mean? And it's not true. But you have some people that'll do you like that. But then you have some people like myself that will tell you the truth. Okay? They just gonna come out and tell you the truth. And some people can't accept it. Some people get ticked off when you speak the truth. You know? Some people can't accept it. And that's what I want to talk about. Being able to accept the truth. See, because some of us can dish it out, but we can't take it, right? We can dish it out. We can like talk, tell other people about their self, right? And tell people the truth about their self. But then when it comes to somebody telling you about yourself, it's a problem. You know what I'm saying? Now you angry and you upset because somebody's telling you the truth about you. See, sometimes we gotta shut up. Because we don't know everything. We don't know everything. So sometimes you just gotta be quiet, right? Shut your mouth. Put a fist in it. Something. Because you don't know everything. Just like I don't know everything. Right? But if somebody trying to tell you something for your own good, even though it may make you uncomfortable, it may tick you off a little bit, accept it, especially if you know they telling you the truth. And you know when somebody's telling you the truth. See, a lot of times we don't want to accept the truth. We don't want to accept it. We know when a person telling us the truth, but the bottom line is we don't want to accept it. We don't want to accept the truth from nobody because some of us really think we got it all together. You know, we do. We think we got it all together, and can't nobody tell us nothing. You know what I mean? Real talk. That's just how it is. That's how it is for some people. We think we got it all together. We think we know everything, and can't nobody tell us nothing. That's how some people are. But that's how some of us miss our blessings, right? Because we think we know everything, and we don't want nobody telling us nothing. And for the younger generation, y'all better start learning how to listen to somebody who knows what they talking about, right? Because I know some people grew up without somebody being able to tell them some people grew up without a role model, right? Some people grew up and they didn't have nobody to tell them the truth. They didn't have nobody to teach them life lessons, about life and stuff like that. So some people are out here just bumping the stop. And you know what I mean? They run into the wall and hoping that eventually they'll get it right. But if you find somebody who have wisdom and knowledge, some things you can find out, you can be taught. But you got to be teachable. See, some of y'all ain't teachable. You want to hear what you want to hear when you want to hear it. You understand what I'm saying? That's not how life is. Sometimes you need to shut up and listen. See, some of y'all think because y'all done had babies and because y'all screwing that you grown. That makes you grown. It doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't. Some of you think because you got big tits and a big ass that make you grown. Some of y'all think because you done had a big D, and you've been riding big D's that you grown. You're not. You're not. Sometimes you need to sit still and let somebody talk to you and tell you something, teach you something. That's what you need to do sometimes. Just sit still and let somebody teach you something. and stop thinking that you know everything. See, I thank God because guess what? I was the type of person I knew how to shut up and listen. That's why I have so much wisdom and knowledge now because I knew how to shut my mouth because my mother gave it to me raw and uncut. And so I knew how to shut my mouth and listen and let somebody teach me something. I was teachable. But some of y'all not teachable. Y'all think because y'all done had some kids and y'all been riding D, you know, y'all feel like y'all grown. That don't make you grown. That's not something that make you grown. Being able to shut your mouth and let somebody teach you something, that's what make you a grown up. Being able to be responsible is what make you a grown up. Being able to teach your kids and help them with different things is what make you a grown up. But some of y'all don't even have it. You don't have it because you ain't had nobody teach it to you. And you don't want nobody say nothing to you. Some of y'all had somebody there to teach you and you didn't listen. And you talk stuff to the person, either it was your mom or your dad or both. Some of y'all talk trash to them and didn't want to listen. And now that you done had babies or you have a baby and you screwing, that make you grown. Well, let me enlighten you. It don't. It don't. It doesn't make you grown at all. You know, I'm saying these things because I see so much stuff that, you know, I just be seeing it. I see it all. And it's a lot of young women who, think because they didn't had a baby and because they screwing, they feel like they grown. It's sad. It's heartbreaking because a lot of them are so dumb. I gotta call it what it is. A lot of them is dumb and they don't know. And it's not knowing is not what make you dumb. It's the fact that you're not teachable. Can't nobody tell you nothing. And you try to put on that facade like you know it all. Like you just know everything. That's what make you dumb. That's what make you dumb. It's not about not knowing because it's a lot of us that don't know certain stuff, right? So it's not really about you not knowing. It's the fact that you don't want nobody telling you nothing. Can't nobody say nothing to you. And the minute somebody say something to you, some of y'all get an attitude. You get an attitude and you get disrespectful. And that's what makes it hard. That's what make people back up off of you and let you go ahead and ruin your life if that's what you want to do. Because when somebody try to give you a helping hand or try to tell you something for your own good, you don't want to hear it. You want to get ratchet and you want to get disrespectful. If you know you a person who don't know, you done had kids and you just don't know. Don't you think it's time for you to find out and figure things out? Because let me tell you something. Happen on to a guy, right? Happen on to some guy and trying to stay with him, trying to make him a man, the man of your house, is not the answer. I see a lot of that where the young women is trying, they done had babies and they most of them are not with the child's father, but then they go and they try to grab up somebody else and try to pull them in and try to make them the man of their house. And what ends up happening is that these young ladies end up being used and abused. It's really heartbreaking. But that's what happens. They end up being used and abused by the men that they pick. Because some of the men that they pick are not men. They're not men. Hey, Miss Magic. She say, I wasn't always receptive, but life will chin check you. Oh, yes. Yes, baby. It sure will. It sure will. I like that. Chin check you. I like that. I got to use that. Girl, I got to use that one. Chin check you. Mm-hmm. It sure will. But see, if some of these young girls will stop and listen, right? I don't have no problem with teaching you and trying to help you. But some of them is so broken and damaged, you can't tell them nothing. They think they got it all together and they got all the answers. And yet they end up with some guy that's abusive to them, that ends up treating them bad. And they think that's love. They think that's love. And a lot of them don't even know what love is. It's just heartbreaking. It really is. A lot of them don't have a clue of what love is. Then on top of that, a lot of them have babies. They got children already. You know what I'm saying? And they let some of these men, I seen it. Some of these young girls let these men come in and just take over their house. They let these men take over their house. The men come in telling the kids what to do, you know, spanking the children and stuff. Oh yeah. And they don't open their mouth. They don't open their mouth. They'll come in and say, "Thank you, baby, for getting them quiet for me. I sure appreciate that." Really? Really? And then the kids become scared. The kids become scared of this guy that they don't know. They don't have a clue who he is and what he about. All they know is mama brung him home. And he been there ever since. It's a sad situation. And it's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking to see those things go on. And then the minute somebody say something, they get upset. Excuse me, y'all. They get upset and get mad with you. And the first thing they holler is, why you all in my business? Oh, yeah. Why you all in my business? That's what they say. And I just look at them because I be saying to myself, baby, you ain't got no business. For real, for real. If this what you call your business, uh, you need to start all over again. Mhm. It is. It's really sad. It really is sad. It is. And like I said, a lot of them don't want you saying, they don't want to hear no truth. They don't want you telling them the truth about their self. Cause a lot of them, some of them feel like, cause they screwing and they done had babies, they feel like they grown, and you can't tell them nothing. Some of y'all better wake up and recognize you don't have to have a man to feel like a woman. You don't have to have a man to feel like a woman. You really don't. You don't have to have a man to feel like a woman. And some of you need to find yourself. You need to find yourself and you need to fix you. Not get in a relationship, not bring a man home over top of your children and trying to get him to play the man of the house. And he don't have no job or nothing. You working and he sitting home while you working. That's not how that go. And you giving him your money to put in his pocket so he can feel like he the man of the house. I done seen some stuff go down, y'all. You hear what I say? And I talk about these things because I be trying to let you know, some of y'all know that you don't have to go through those things that you go through. If you would just take the time out to listen. Listen to someone who knows what they're talking about. Listen to somebody who knows something, who know a little more than what you do. Mhm. That's what I'm trying to say. Listen to somebody who knows a little bit more than what you do. Because if you got a man in your house, he ain't working or nothing, he just in there, then that tells me right there it's a whole lot that you don't know. It's a whole lot that you don't know. If you done pulled a man in your house over top of your children and this man not working or nothing, that lets me know it's a lot that you just don't know. And again, not knowing doesn't make you dumb. That's not what makes you dumb. It's the fact that you don't know and you won't let nobody teach you or tell you nothing. That's where the problem come in at. That's the whole problem in a nutshell. Is that some of y'all is so caught up into these men or wanting to have a man that you have lost yourself completely. You have lost yourself altogether. You don't have no self love going on. You're broken, you're damaged, and you just keep going in the same direction. You keep running into that same wall. And you keep running into that same wall expecting something different to happen. And it's not. Ain't nothing different gonna happen. You're gonna run into that wall and the same thing, the same thing. You're gonna repeat that same thing over and over again until you decide that enough is enough. Enough is enough. And you start letting somebody teach you something. Yep. When you start letting somebody teach you something, huh, that's when you will see a change. When you start allowing somebody to teach you something and you start taking it in and applying it to your life, then that's when you're going to see things change. You're going to see change happen. But some of you are not teachable. You don't want nobody to say nothing to you. And some of you think you got all the answers. I do. I hope and pray that some of you wake up one day and recognize some things. Wake up and recognize your worth. Recognize, start to love yourself. Stop allowing stop allowing yourself to be used and abused. Stop allowing people to use you like you're a doormat. See, because people are only going to do to you what you allow them to do. People are only going to do to you what you allow them to do. So at the end of the day, the ball in your court. It's up to you and how you play it. For real. See, one thing about me, I'm not a person who's caught up into the clicks and the views. I'm not going to get on nobody's platform and make an ass out myself. I'm just not going to do that. If I can't give you something that'll help you, that'll make you think, that'll make you do some reflecting and try to fix yourself, then I don't need to be on here. I don't need to be on here. But I really hope that some of my younger women get it together. And I understand if you didn't have your mom, your mom in your life or your dad or both, I understand those situations because I know people that have had moms and their mother and father in their life, and they still had it was still toxic and chaos. Okay, so I understand people who have came up in households where as though the mother and father was toxic. You understand? I understand that. But it's people out here that can teach you. It's people out here that can help you become a better you. You just have to allow it. I can't make you do nothing. I can give you the information, but at the end of the day, you got to make that decision if you want to apply it or not, if you want to make your life better or not. That's what it comes down to with anything. Not just making you a better person, but with anything. Anything that you decide you want to do with your life, if you don't push forward and do it and apply those things to your life, nothing's going to happen. It's just that simple. You got to get up and do the work. You got to put some work in. That's a problem too. Some of y'all don't want to put no work in. That's a whole nother problem too with some people. You don't want to put no work in. You rather sit back and talk about me and everybody else. And your stuff all jacked up. But you will sit back and talk about other people. And that's okay if that's what you want to do. That's okay. But at the end of the day, before you start talking about other people, make sure you got your shit together. You know what I mean? I don't understand some of y'all. How y'all can talk about other people, but you ain't got your shit together. When you start talking and pointing fingers and stuff like that, make sure you got your shit together. That's all I'm saying. Because some of y'all quick to want to talk about somebody else. And then when everything, when all your stuff comes leaking out, right? When all your skeletons start falling out the closet, come to find out your shit, you ain't got nothing together. But yet you talking about everybody else. Come on, y'all. It's time for us to get our stuff together. For real. As women, I always feel like us as women need to come together. You know what I'm saying? It's too much. But you know what I notice? When women do come together, it always end up being some type of chaos and confusion. Right? And that comes from some women having insecurities and stuff, right? Some women being broken and damaged. So they end up the women that kind of got things together and the other women that's still struggling get mad at the women that done been through therapy and doing this and doing that and the other, trying to bring their shit together. You don't get mad though. That's not the answer. Not get mad. You get on board and try to allow somebody to teach you. That's what you do. You get on board. That's all. Get on board. Get on board and let somebody teach you what you don't know. Just like with parenting. It's a lot of y'all. It's a lot of y'all that don't. I know parenting didn't come with a book. I do know that. But some of y'all is lost in the sauce when it comes to that parenting. Some of y'all spoil your kids to the point that when they grow up, you be having something on your hands because all through their childhood you babied them and you know what I mean, and you spoiled them. You spoiled them rotten. They never did anything wrong. You was always there backing them up and stuff, and things like that. When you do stuff like that to your children, you ruin them. You ruin them. It's the truth. You mess them up. And then when they get older, when they become adults, oh my, look out. Look out. Look out. That's all I can say is look out. That's why I say it's important to because I'm getting ready to start a parenting group. It's important to do that. These days and time, we need to be able to lean on one another. Real talk. Because it's a lot going on in the world. And we really need to be able to lean on one another. Seriously. But like as I always say, I can't force nobody to do nothing. You're gonna do what you want to do at the end of the day. It's your life. It's your life. It's your life. And if you want to mess it up, if you want to mess it up and destroy it, it's nothing I can do. It's nothing I can do about that. Because I can't make nobody do nothing. I don't have no control over nobody but myself. But I'm going to speak truth. Every time I come up here, I'm going to speak truth. Because we got to do better. We got to do better. I be hearing people complaining about the older women and how they be acting and stuff. I be hearing people saying it's a shame they older women too and acting like that. Well, I'm an older woman and I'm always, telling somebody, if you need me, reach out to me. Because I know I can help people. I know I can. I'm very transparent and I know I can help. I got what it takes to get you where you need to be. But at the end of the day, like I said, I can't make nobody do nothing. I can't make you do nothing. You either going shit or get off the pot. It's just simple as that. And that's when it comes to anything in life. You either going shit or get off the pot. It's just simple as that. It's just simple as that. Ain't no other way to put it. There's no other way to put it. Real talk. And when I talk from love, right? Nothing but love. But I gotta speak truth. I'm not gonna get up here and blow smoke up nobody's ass. I got to come with truth. That's just how I get down. You know? But y'all, I'ma wrap this up. I know I wasn't on here long. I didn't come to stay a long time. I just had to come on here and drop a little wisdom on y'all, give you something to think about. If you need me, reach out to me. My email is lisasrealspill@gmail.com. If you need me or you want to book me for your mentor or something like that, hit your girl up. Or you can DM me through Instagram at Lisa's Real Spill. Either or. Just holler at your girl, you know? Um, but on that note, please hit the like button, share the video. I'm going to go on TikTok, y'all. I'm going on TikTok for a little while. And I'll let y'all. As always, don't forget to pray and repent. Don't forget to pray and repent, y'all. I love y'all for real. And I'll see y'all on the next one.